So the Yankees win the series. They sweep the doubleheader today. 10-2. It's 5-1. Congratulations to Max Fried. Congratulations to Clark Schmidt, both of whom pitched well enough to get victories in this. We'll box score this really quickly, okay? Clark Schmidt, 5 innings pitched, 1 hit, 1 run, 6 Ks, 90 pitches. Okay. Tim Hill actually got the win. I don't know how Clark Schmidt didn't get the win. Oh, the game was tied. That's probably why so. Tim Hill got the win. He's 3-0. Inning pitched, 1 hit, clean. Mark Leiter came in, clean inning, 3 strikeouts. Fernando Cruz also came in, clean inning, 2 strikeouts. And then Luke Weaver came in today to close the game, who's now been appointed the closer for the meantime. Perfect inning, 1 strikeout. Okay. Pitching was pretty clean for the Yankees today. Offensively, Trent Grisham with the leadoff home run. It's 1 for 2 today with 2 walks. Then you got Ben Rice is 0 for 3. Paul Goldschmidt 0 for 1, only 0 for 1. He didn't play. Aaron Judge 1 for 4 with the home run. He's at number 8 now. Grisham's at 7. Judge has 8. It's fantastic. I think the only guy that has more is Eugenio Suarez, who hit 4 home runs last night. If you heard, 4 homers last night with the Arizona Diamondbacks. 4 home run game. I think the last time that's happened has almost been 20 years. Cody Bellinger was 0 for 4. Chad Chisholm 1 for 4. Anthony Volpe 2 for 4. His batting average is climbing up slowly. Jason Dominguez also 2 for 4 with a double to extend the lead. And they keep throwing him this like wicked break-it pitch, and he keeps hitting the ball in the opposite field when he's batting on the left-hand side. So he's found himself a good spot to hit a pitch here. Keep doing it. JC Escarra 2 for 4, and congratulations to him, his first career Major League home run. He hit his first home run. It was absolutely fantastic. Let me grab a wipe here. And then you also have Oswaldo Cabrera, who's 0 for 4. But JC Escarra hit that home run from the lefty side. It was fantastic. Congratulations to him. So that's pretty much what the Yankees did today in Game 2. But they have swept the series. They won both games. I mean, they swept the doubleheader, but they won the series 2-1. Now they go play Baltimore for 3 games before coming back home to play the Tampa Bay Rays. Okay, and around the horn right now, the Phillies and the Cubs are tied at 1 in the 4th inning. The Mariners beat the Blue Jays 7-6. The Dodgers beat the Pirates 9-2. But the Dodgers also lost Tyler Glasnow. Another one of their starting pitchers is down now with shoulder pain in his pitching shoulder. So they lost Blake Snell last week. They lost Tyler Glasnow this week. 2 of their highly paid starters. Tampa Bay Rays beat the Padres 4-2. The Diamondbacks beat the Braves 6-4. The A's beat the White Sox 3-2. The Giants beat the Rangers on a walk-off, bizarre walk-off, 3-2. The Reds beat the Rockies 8-1. The Rockies are 4-23. Oh goodness! You thought the White Sox were bad. Let's see the White Sox record here. They're 7-21. They're not as bad. The Brewers beat the Cardinals 7-1. The Astros beat the Royals 7-3. The Red Sox beat the Guardians 13-3. The Tigers beat the Orioles 7-0. The Twins beat the Angels 5-0. The Nationals beat the Mets 8-7. And that's it around the horn. So those are the games, gang. And shout out to everybody in the chat, by the way. Shout out to all these. Hit the like buttons if you haven't done that. Let's celebrate this win. Okay? No, the Rockies are terrible. And maybe they'll move Ryan McMahon, but I would keep an eye on Nolan Arenado. I'm going to keep planting that seed. The Yankees are still looking for a third baseman who hits from the righty side. He does both, and he's doing that at an elite level again. So he's a guy. If they can figure out the right package and the right price, maybe it'll happen, but we'll see. We will see. Yeah, Max Fried does have more wins than the whole Rockies team. Oh, God. That's a morbid stat. Wow, but so true. Right? That's terrible. Yeah. The Boone Trolls never leave. They have nothing better to do at that time than the Troll Bone. Like, they get their talking points from people on Twitter or other channels who do nothing but trash Boone, trash Cashman. Most of these channels don't play baseball, never play baseball, don't understand the sport, claim to have connections when they don't. Forget it. Don't listen to any of them. The heat exchange, yeah, and it had to do with that pitch. Wink, that pitch that looked like it was checked in according to his glove. I mean, it looked like a strike to me, but it was a worthwhile discussion to have with the ump. But it is what it is. So, yeah, Pina, yeah, shout out to the New York Knicks also for beating the Pistons again. They're up 3-1 here. Shout out to the Knicks, baby. Can they go deeper into the playoffs? I sure hope so. Verdugo 4 for 4 for Atlanta. Good for Verdugo. Good for Alex Verdugo. Good for them. And they've got I agree. I think one of the reasons, Ray, they're going to trade Arenado is just to clear a path for Brendan Donovan. That's what I think is going to happen. So, but yeah, we need some more consistency in certain spots from the Knicks. But I think they'll make a deeper run than they did last year. I just don't know how far they're going to go. I'm not sure they're going to make it to the finals just yet. Boston's going to be tough to beat. The Cleveland Cavs are going to be tough to beat. So, but I like what I see right now. They've got to get completely healthy too. The Knicks. So, but these games were, and this is the Yankees played a lot of small ball. Even in the 10-2 win earlier, they played a lot of small ball. Moved runners over, did this, did that, and then put the guys in a position to drive them in with home runs and do other things. Frank Grisham, Aaron Judge, these guys homered in the lower scoring game today. They didn't in the higher scoring game. It just goes to show that they were very fundamentally sound earlier. The guys were hitting a lot of doubles and singles and moving runners over, so that's good. No. Well, yeah, exactly right, Brad. Celtics are a little beat up, but they are darn good. They're the defending champs. Buckeyes there he is. The Buckeyes in the house. You definitely got to trade Judge. You got to stop hitting. What's he hit? 420 now. You got to get that off here. You got to get that off here, man. It's like that scene from Revenge of the Nerds. Have you ever seen it? I think I have a frush. It's a frush. What the hell is a frush? All right, you got to replace this in his 4. Let's place you with 4 fresh cards. And he has like a 2, 8, and a 3. So that was the best scene. You replace something good with something bad. He doesn't even realize it. It's fantastic. It's a great scene. Breaking. Yeah, there's a lot of missed calls. A lot of missed calls. Hardwood. Yep. Homeless Kevin James. Lambda is right. And Omega Moon. The original Revenge of the Nerds is one of the best comedy movies ever. The original Porky is one of the greatest comedy movies ever. It's fantastic. It really is fantastic. Trading tells it. Yeah, they are. You go, yeah, they are. This lineup played well, Brandon. This lineup played well. Yeah. This lineup, and it's just people are just they're going to continue to find openings to blame Boone, blame Cashman, blame this and that. They're going to continue to do that. So they're going to continue to do that. Judge, yeah, I mean, Judge is just he is on fire right now. He's a special player, and I like that he hits the ball everywhere. I mean, I would love for him to bat like over 350 or 360 this season. That would be awesome. I don't know if he could do that. That's a very tough thing to sustain, but yeah. Jonathan, Porky's is a classic movie. That's a movie you buy. Oh, I like Animal House too. I like Animal House. Old School to me is the modern day version, almost like a remake of Animal House. Yeah, Consigliere. Yeah. Yankees win, baby. And Jonathan, the Porky's is definitely a worthwhile movie to buy if you ever wanted to buy one to have. You could rewatch it. Porky's is one of those movies. You could probably get it on the cheap too. Yeah, he looks better with the bat. Well, we had a home run in the first game, so he just looks a little bit more something triggered in his head, and I don't question his hustle at all. So, Um, oh yeah, Demon D, what's up, Demon D Lorenzo? Yeah, I mean a 400 hitter. Those are, I mean, the last one was Ted Williams, so Ted freaking Williams. I don't know. We had the personnel to do it, Wink. I mean, we don't know if they allowed this kind of. We don't know. But I'm not sure if we had the personnel to do it. We were way too reliant on um, power and home runs. So it's a different approach now. You know, yeah, yeah. They hit Grissom today. I mean, they hit Bassett. They hit Gaussman. So I'm happy with the way these guys approached. Two good pitchers. Two good pitchers. Cruz and Weaver. Good, valuable pieces to the bullpen, man. Yeah. Thoughts on Sanders? I'm not surprised. I was talking about this earlier, right, Brad? I mean, well, anything after the third round is Ruck Up is considered a reach. After that, it's just I'm very happy with the first three picks, just like I am with the Giants too. Very happy with them. But in terms of Shadur Sanders, I mean, I'm happy that he got drafted, right? And I think he's a good fit to Cleveland Browns because Deshaun Watson, that that move was a complete disaster, and he's not even going to play this year. He retore his Achilles, and they paid him like $250 million, and Shore Sanders get an opportunity to go there and kind of develop in in a lower pressure environment. But like on Thursday, a lot of the chatter I was hearing and it was pretty well thought of across the league that he was going to fall, right? And for a couple of reasons, and a lot of folks were saying that it's the baggage that comes along with him. Okay, and some of the stuff. I mean, yes, he made like $5-6 million in NIL deal, and I do think if anybody should be rewarded for NIL deals, it should be the college athlete, right, or the high school athlete. Those are the ones that should be making the money, not the boosters, not the universities and schools. So I'm glad he made that money. But the problem is this stuff of him. They were talking about this too, that him flashing expensive jewelry and driving a Bentley and a Rolls Royce and basically flashing that money. And it sounded like it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. And I also heard from the Giants people that he was unprepared to the meeting that he had with the Giants. And Brian Dable, the head coach, called him out on it. And that created a thing. So you knew right there the Giants weren't going to draft him. So, and the other thing too is like today you saw, I don't know if you saw, but they had like a draft party or whatever it is of Shador Sanders and his people. He had his big entourage. They had Louis Vuitton bags full of cash. Like that's the type of stuff that rubs a lot of people the wrong way, right? And that just came out a little while ago. So Shador Sanders, Jonathan. So I think he's a good player and all that stuff. But the other problem is this type of stuff. You don't flash that type of money in people's face like that. You don't do it, especially when you haven't been drafted yet, right? And now he's lost the opportunity to make that big money in the first round. He doesn't have that chance now. They're going to get him on the cheap on a rookie contract. So that's unfortunate. But I do applaud Deion Sanders for sticking up for his son. It's no different than Archie Manning sticking up for Eli Manning when he went through the same thing. Okay, when he refused to go to the Chargers and demanded to be traded to the Giants on draft night. I remember that too. So both dads standing up for their sons, commendable. So, but that's the. So I'm just glad he got drafted. All this other stuff, this noise, just needs to go away. It needs to go away. Like just stop behaving like that, and this noise won't be following you. No. Whatever they did, whatever they did. But it's just, well, yeah, NIL is crazy. Yeah, and this is Robert Leiter was locked in, Robert. He was locked in. No, but and I said this too. Like there was only Cam Ward was the only first round credible quarterback in that draft. I'm not surprised, and I even mocked it too that the Giants were going to trade up to get Jackson Dart, which they did. And it was a good move for them. Dart reminds me of Baker Mayfield, and now you can just sit and develop behind Russell Wilson without the pressure, develop behind Jameis Winston, but without the pressure. So, and that's a good thing to do. So, and Shadur Sanders has every opportunity to be a starting quarterback of the Browns now, and hopefully he gets there. Hopefully he capitalizes on it. Hopefully he just buckles down and stays out of the limelight of the drama, right? So, but that's my take on that. It's just way too much chatter surrounding him. And then like this type of stuff that comes out of the footage I saw today, live footage from this party with Louis Vuitton bags full of money, and like, it's just stop. Like, telling teams not to draft Shador, like, it's a red flag. It's a red flag. So you cost yourself millions, probably tens of millions of dollars. No, I did hear the Falcons coach's son's pranked Sam. Yes, I did. I saw it. I saw the prank call. Yep. I saw the prank call, and then I also saw he had to offer an apology today. I saw the written apology because he got called out. He got blasted for that. Just a completely classless move. No. But you don't do that either. Like both sides, just stop. I saw his other son, Shiloh Sanders, a Tampa Bay Buck. He was undrafted, so I'm glad they're both in the league. But again, this is the type of stuff that happens every year during the draft. It's always some type of drama, right? And like I mean, a bunch of years ago, the Laramie Tunsil drama, he's smoking through a bong pipe, and like years before he did it, and they created this whole thing, and now he's a top offensive tackle in the freaking NBA, in the NFL. Like, Jazz came to a settlement. He paid a fine, and he's no longer subject to suspension. So we thought it was going to be a suspension or a fine. A fine is more appropriate than a suspension. So, yeah. Yeah, he's doing something similar, Robert. Yeah. But the problem, the difference is like Lonzo Ball, like he was out saying, I could beat Michael Jordan. Like, dude, shut up. Stop. Your sons are good, but they're not that level, man. I understand you want to pump up your kids and get them paid. I get that. Like, don't claim something you'll never be able to prove. Like Michael Jordan's 60, he could probably beat you on a one-on-one now. It's like, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous. The Sanders kids are good. But at some point, you gotta shut up, man. Like, shut your mouth. Your mouth gets you into trouble, right? Or your mouth rubs people the wrong way. So, well, maybe it's orchestrated by them. Who knows? And if he's happy that he's going to Cleveland, good. Hope he plays well. Big time ace. Big time ace. A lot of Yankees. I mean, Grisham kept doing his thing. Volpe stepped up. J.C. Escara, his first major league home run. Congratulations to him. Schmidt pitched well. Fried pitched well after struggling that first inning. Locked down after that, man. Locked down. No. Yes, they do make dumb decisions. And sometimes these guys are going to have to learn the hard way. So, whether your dad's a Hall of Fame or not, doesn't matter. Well, yeah, Wells is heating. I feel like Wells and Volpe and Jazz Chisholm, they're like on the verge of breaking out, right? And that's good. That's good. And we need these guys to break out to complement Paul Goldschmidt, to complement Aaron Judge. And now we got Judge at 8 home runs, Grisham at 7. Like, I think the only guys that have more than him is Eugenio Suarez, who hit 4 freaking home runs yesterday in one game. So they're bringing it right now. And I'm sticking to what I said early in the season. We could have like 6 or 7 guys with 20, 25 plus home runs. We could. We could, and that's a better balance to the lineup. I'd rather have that than two guys with 40 or 50 and then a big drop off after that. I'd rather have consistency across the board. So, and Dominguez too. Dominguez is he's finding his way, right? And especially as a lefty hitter, it might be good for him to consider just sticking with lefty instead of switch hitter. But that's just my take. But he's definitely better on the lefty side. Stanton, I'm hearing Rye, Stanton, and Luis Hill expect June for both. But can't guarantee that, but it's guaranteed. I mean, it's expect that. Cal Rowley's got it too. 10 home runs. Mullen Holmgren. NFL scouts always have a problem evaluating. Well, it's just, a quarterback is you have to be the floor general. You have to see everything. So you have to have a vision as a quarterback, right? And you also need an offensive line to protect you so you can see what the heck is going on. Create openings for you to hand off to somebody, to throw to somebody, and so on, right? The offensive line needs to do its thing, and I think they're the quarterback's best friend. I mean, it really, really is. Yeah, yep. Ha-Sung Kim from the Rays, yep, he's out. Yep, I know people were trashing the Yankees for not signing the guy. He's going to miss half the year. Why would the Yankees pay him like $15 million to miss half a year? It would have cost him 30 here. For what? Yeah. I don't know. We've talked about this too, Jonathan. I hope they do. I hope that they do consider extending them. I think they knew, Wink, that Soto was going to cost so much money that it was going to be difficult for them to be adding pieces beyond him. So they would have to be very selective after Soto. But now that Soto left, then it kind of opened up the floodgates for them to kind of diversify where to improve here. And that's a good thing. Look at improvement at first base. They improved in a lot of areas. They added an ace to the mound, right? They loaded up in the bullpen. They did a bunch of stuff. So they added Cody Bellinger. Like these, they definitely got better in multiple areas. And again, the lineup is longer now. The team is more fundamentally sound. It's a much better defensive team too. So they're better in a lot of different ways. And Soto's numbers are not very good right now, interesting. Volpe's numbers are better than Soto's. Grisham's numbers are better than Soto's. So do I think Soto will be fine? Yes, but people are trashing a lot of these Yankee players for not doing much. Well, look at Juan Soto's stats. He's making $760 million. So almost 800 with all the incentives. His mom has a security force and shopping, and they have all this stuff that the Mets gave them. So, I would chill out on the Yankee trashing. It's ridiculous. Yeah, college edge rushers. But this is true too, Buckeye. And this was a good draft for edge and linebackers in college. This was a deep defensive draft. So, and Bellinger is starting to heat up. Yeah, so when Stanton comes back too, we got another. Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, I think the Mets are going to be fine, Stephen B. But the Mets are not they're different. It's different. It's a different fan base. It's a different universe. It's a different vibe. It's a different environment. So, and people need to be okay with that, right? I think Devin Williams will be fine too. I mean, Emmanuel Classy will be fine too. This happens to players. No, and again, they've only pitched about 10 innings, so we're judging a performance off of a very small sample size. No. Well, this is true too, Robbie. If the Mets were not winning, the Soto would be getting trashed. They're in first place right now, so they're a little happier. They've got other players playing, so this is true too. Well, Devin's going to be the setup guy until he regains his confidence, and if they feel he's going to go back to the closer role, then they'll put him back in that closer role. But we'll see what happens. I mean, Luke Weaver looked good tonight. So, and Luke Weaver is absolutely ice in his veins. The dude is not fazed by anything. And that's the type of dude we need in the Yankees bullpen. You know, could tell Marte, yep, yep. Judge this series, I don't know, he probably had about 5 or 6 hits. He might be batting like 420 now. He might be batting about 420 right now. Yeah, wink. Right? People spend so much time trashing Boone, trashing the Yankees, and not realizing Soto isn't doing hardly. He's not doing much. Not doing much. So, compare stats to Volpe. Volpe's WAR is higher than Soto's is. So it's just like, But again, it's too early to go crazy. But like, I don't understand why people trash the Yankees and they don't, look at Soto stats. Right? Well, do I think he'll be fine? Yeah, I think he'll be fine. No. Well, this is true, Ray. Well, yeah, Judge is batting under 500, so you're gonna have to fire Cashman because of that. Total Cashman blunder. Like, dude, get a clue, bro. No, Judge is doing everything. He's hitting doubles, singles. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're the Yankees are in a good spot. And once their lineup really starts clicking, they're gonna be in a much better spot. So, but now it looks like the Dodgers might need to get a pitcher. Because if you haven't heard, Tyler Glasnow's now hurt. Blake Snell went down last week. Tyler Glasnow's now on the pitching shoulder. So that's 2 starters, highly paid starters. So the Dodgers already hurt. Crazy. So I would expect them to be aggressive in looking for a pitcher as you start to get closer to the deadline. And if anybody can sustain this type of level of performance at somebody like Judge, like I can't see Corbin Carroll hitting 50 home runs and having 125 RBIs. I can see Judge doing that, right? I can't see Cal Raleigh doing it. I can see Judge doing it, right? So Suarez, I could see getting 40 home runs because he's done already. But he's got some legitimate power, and he's part of a pretty good lineup over there in Arizona. But the other guys, I really can't just see most of these other guys doing it. Exactly, Stephen B. You gotta chuck all these dudes. You gotta fire Cashman and Boone, trade the whole team. I don't know why Robbie Ray and Patrick Corbin aren't here leading the rotation right now. Josh Hader doing stuff. I'm telling you. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Soto, Soto giving credit to the Yankees and Aaron Judge is not the same thing as regretting. You didn't hear Soto say he regretted his decision, but you also see these people peddle this crap on social media, peddle it on YouTube. That's why I don't believe talking points. So it's just that's what talking points are, and these people cannot back them up with facts. That's why it gets called out all the time here. Right? Who gets the boot when Loiza? That's a good question. That's a good. I don't know. And then you got Jay Cousins. So, and then who gets the boot when Luis Hill comes back? These are tough decisions that they're going to have to make, Mary Ellen. And that's a good question. Yeah. Yeah, the pitching is holding the Mets down. The pitching is, doing a lot of good for the Mets right now. Will they be able to sustain it? I don't know. Talking points and misinformation are definitely more important than facts. Yeah, this is very important for the fair weather fan base. It's very important for the people who rely on talking points and bad information so they can make emotional overreactions on bad information. They need that stuff. That's why you have to have X. You need Twitter. You need Joe Rogan. You need all these guys. You need your propaganda on a regular basis, man. You need it. Right? Well, exactly right. 100%, man. This Judge is, he's making half of what Soto made. Less than half of what Soto made. And look at his stats. Like, Yeah. So I mean, Judge's contract looks like a freaking steal, like a bargain compared to Soto, compared to Vlad Guerrero, like compared to Kyle Tucker, what he's going to make too, because he's going to make probably 500 million as well. Yep. Well, exactly. Go. Soto wanted to be the highest paid player in baseball history. Yep, and you're right about that, Davey. He didn't care. He wanted all that other stuff, and the Mets were willing to give it to him. Private box. He wanted an entourage. He wanted this, whatever he got for his mom, like all this stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah, got that right, Rock Up. Fox News. Yeah, the bastion of BS Mountain. BS Mountain. Soto. I mean, Soto's a great player. Don't get me wrong, but he's not Ted Williams. It's not Rod Carew. So, but it is what it is. Somebody was going to pay it because that's what I mean. And this is again, if Shohei Ohtani did not get 700 million, Soto would not have gotten 700 million. If Shohei Ohtani got 600, that would have been a more appropriate benchmark for Soto. So it's the Dodgers and Shohei Ohtani that started this new threshold. So, and that's important to just point that out again. You know, Soto, I think he'll get some love from some people, but he'll get booed pretty good. Wink. He'll get pretty good. So, and hopefully they shut him down. He plays well in Yankee Stadium. Hopefully they shut him down. We don't know. We don't know. Yankees pitching has to do their job, right? So, but I mean, this is the Mets' responsibility for the next, 15 years. Even though he has an opt out after 2029, so we'll see. Yeah, it's all good, right? Right? It always felt kind of mercenary-ish, or at least for me. With Soto, I loved watching him play. I loved that he played here, but it always felt like a mercenary thing. He was a paid mercenary, and he was going to go where the money was. And it's not like the Yankees didn't. All the Yankees offered him 760, and he still walked over that little extra money and that extra perk for his mom. So it was on like that's what it was that important for him. He also said he believes the Mets' future is better. Okay, all right. So go right ahead, man. Good luck in the Mets. Mhm. Yeah, smack the like button, everybody. If you haven't hit that like button yet, let's get those likes up as always. Thank you. But yeah, I mean, well, I would agree too, Buckeye. If Judge got off to a big start last year, he would have been over 60 with the home runs. He would have been, um, probably 150 RBIs. It would have been a different landscape too. Well, this is true too. Yeah, this is a good point too. Judge is a household name here at the Yankees. He's the franchise player. He's the captain, right? And Soto was never going to be the man here because Judge is here. So, and if you want to be the man in the Mets, go right ahead, man. More power to you, bro. More power to you. If the White Sox offered him like 50 million more than anybody else, he would have probably gone there. Yep. And yes, they do, Marion. They definitely have tough decisions. Very tough decisions. Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah. Boo the hell out of him. Boo the hell out of him. Boo him the way you've been booing Devin Williams. Right? I'm the greatest hit. Yeah. I saw that too, Robert. Yeah. You never hear Judge saying that. You never hear Judge saying that. So, yeah. And it's just, yeah, man. It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. It's the Mets are not going to give Vlad now. So we'll see what happens with Kyle Tucker. But we'll see what happens. Yeah. The Lakers eliminated now, Lorenzo? Are they out completely? Or are they still in it? Yeah. The same thing here, right, Brad? Boo when it's appropriate, but like I boo based on bad behavior and stuff like that. Not Just wasted energy. 3-1 Wolves. Okay. 3-1 Timberwolves. That's a surprise too, because the Timberwolves, like, are they that much better than the Lakers? The Lakers have Luka now. Like, what's going on there? Oh my gosh. Oof. My goodness. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But we'll see. The Knicks need to close out the Pistons and got to take it to the next round, and we'll see if the Lakers can come back now too. I thought once the Lakers got Luka that they were going to be a kind of championship contender, but looks like they're running into a kind of a brick wall here. Yeah. The Mets are going to have to pay. Yeah. They give him 1 year. They're going to have to pay him if he keeps hitting this way. Yep. Yup. Yes, indeed. Yeah, well, let's see what the Mets' next big name is going to be. Let's see. But I mean, I give credit to Uncle, Steve Cohen for investing in his product and putting a winning team on the field. It's good for New York baseball. It's good for New York baseball, but I'm always going to be partial to the Yankees. Size-wise, Lorenzo, yeah. Timberwolves do have some big dudes there. They do have some big dudes. Yeah, that's a good point too, right? Cheers Soto for no other reason than if he had stayed, we wouldn't have the team we have now. This is true. And again, they are in first place, despite the frustrations from a lot of fans, right? And I'm not saying that the fans' frustration is not justified to a degree, but they're in first place. The Knicks won today, dang. They won. They were up 3-1. They're up 3-1 on the Pistons. Anthony Edwards, man. Yes, indeed. Pete, did he get just 1 year, or did he get an option year next year? Like a player option, Stephen B. I don't remember what his contract was. But if he keeps playing well, yeah. Yeah. Make them pay. Paid Soto, you might want to pay your franchise player. Pete Alonso is their franchise player, not Juan Soto. Right? Devin Booker, yes, he will. Damn. 43 on the Lakers. Holy moly. Goodness gracious. Kyle Tucker. I didn't realize he had player options, Stephen B. I thought he just got a 1-year deal from the Mets. Well, if he keeps pitching this well, then got to pony up, boys. Got to pony up and pay your guy. He's been your guy a hell of a lot longer than Soto has. Got to be loyal to your guys that have been great for you. You really do. You really, really do. But that's what we got, gang. So the Yankees won the series. They swept the doubleheader. Let you go. So I have to go do bedtime now with the kids. And I will check my emails, Rook up. Been swamped. I've been pretty much working all day today, too. Trying to squeeze in stuff when I can. Since I didn't work Thursday or Friday with the draft and pen relays. And Bull Durham, good movie. Good movie. But thank you all for joining. Hit the like button if you haven't done that yet. Okay? Tell everybody the hate on from the Knicks fan is crazy. Not seeing this now. People just love to trash Aaron Boone. I don't get it, right, Brad? I just don't get it. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man. So, and Tibbs has made this team better. Coach Tibbs has made this team better. So kudos to him. Kudos to the Yankees. Kudos to the fans. Kudos to the family here. You guys are the best. Have a great night. Be back tomorrow. Peace and love, gang. Over now.